Alright, so this is actually a red light shining on my face. Red lights on boats are common so that it doesn't destroy your night vision. And so my last couple reports in the dark have been with white light in my face, and then I'm blind afterwards. So the powers that be would be happier if I was using this light for my camera interviews or stories, whatever, instead of the white light. Anyway, some really exciting stuff to report today. Our GPS has stopped counting down in nautical miles to our final destination and has started to count down in hours to go. We have less than 100 hours left of our journey, which that's a shitload of time. But when you're talking about 3 weeks on a boat, we're pretty happy to hear that. So also, I'm happy that none of us have lost our mind, because Captain Rick has started checking the GPS like all day and updating us with how many miles we have left. So it never feels like we're getting any closer, because he'll update us like every 5 or 10 miles. Hey guys, we now have 643 miles to go. So it's getting much easier now that we're into hours to bear that countdown. It feels like we're finally getting there. So anyway, all spirits are high. And that's it for now. On day 18, and we are about 387 nautical miles out of Maui. We're about 3 days, less than 72 hours away, according to one of our GPSs. And yeah, we're in some rough seas. We're looking at some rough weather for the rest of the rough seas for the rest of the trip, basically. But I decided to write a letter and put it in a bottle, and I'm going to read that letter right now. Also, I watched Mike write a letter and put it in a bottle and drop it overboard, and he filled it with tissue paper to absorb the moisture, and I thought, man, that looks a lot like trash. So I decided to, which I don't think I would open. If I saw his bottle on the beach, I don't know that I would open it. So I made a couple revisions to mine, and you'll hear that in the letter. But here we go. So, to the finder of this bottle, my name is Ryan Waters. I'm 26 years old, from Redding, California. I'm writing this letter from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Until recently, I worked at a desk in a mind and soul-numbing office. I created a profile for sailboat crew where I disclosed my level of sailing experience, none, my mechanical aptitude, none, and if I would be willing to split expenses of a sailing trip, no. It obviously came as a surprise when I got a call on my cell phone one weekday morning. Ryan, hey, we're leaving for Maui today on a 43-foot sailboat. Are you interested? Though intriguing, I thanked them, but declined. Within 10 minutes of hanging up, I called back, quit my job, and was on the next flight to San Diego. Now, almost 3 weeks later, we have less than 400 miles left to Maui. It's been a great impromptu adventure that has helped me put real-life living back on my priority list. This letter has no doubt traveled very far to reach you. I would love to hear about you and your story, where you're from, where you found this, and what it means to you. I placed $1 in the bottle as some sort of symbolic postage, but really I hope it helps the bottle to avoid being passed over and regarded as trash. I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope to hear from you someday. Sincerely yours, Ryan Waters. And I'm also going to put the coordinates of where I dropped the bottle. And that's it. Hope to hear from him. I gave him my phone number and my email address and my mailing address. So hopefully, I've heard that there's a big swirling floating island of trash that's the size of Texas. So my biggest goal is that it doesn't end up out there somewhere. Anyway, I will check back in when I'm dropping it over. Okay, so here's my bottle. It's a 2009 Mendoza Malbec Cup Pink Vineyards. You can see I have $1 in there, right there, and there's the note below it. So I'm going to cork this thing.
All right. You're good, you're good. It ain't coming out.
That's not coming out?
I don't think it's going to come out.
Captain Rick thinks it's not coming out. So here we go. So again, I just hope that doesn't end up in that floating ring of trash the size of Texas somewhere. But I'll keep you posted.
I'm going to warn you, Dave, that hasn't been a very dry corner this morning. Because of the sea state. Oh, here it comes. Oh. Ha ha ha.